Wow, I look really pale. This gremlin. You are violent. You are. Cinnamon's sitting with me because she refuses to leave my makeshift tripod alone. It's not a tripod, it is a pile of boxes that has my iPad on top of it. And she's already knocked it over once, so I don't trust her anymore. Hello my friends, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Alicia, and thanks for clicking on this video. That is a violent cat. She needs to chill. I need to chill, but oi! She's trying to eat my toes. I think she has a foot fetish. In today's video, I am going to be telling you guys some fun stories from my primary school. I have already done a Fun Tales from High School video. If you haven't seen that, then you can go watch it. I'll put a link in the description, or it'll be on the end screen of this video or something along those lines. I don't know yet. But after I did that video, a friend from primary school messaged me and she was like, hey, you should do one with Tales from Primary School. And I was like, hey, that's a good idea. Let's do that. But then I couldn't actually remember that many stories from primary school because I have a terrible memory. So I ended up sending a bunch of my friends a message and being like, hey, do you have any ideas? And I got some, and now we're filming this video, so that's cool. So yeah, without me doing too much rambling, let's just get on with the video because I don't know what else I'm planning to say in this intro. Also, yes, the lighting in this video is very different to usual. I've actually got my phone sitting over there with the flashlight on, just shining in my face, so I can't really see much because it's very bright, but it's working in terms of making the lighting a little better. So I might do this from now on, and I might not. We'll see how much effort I decide to put into my future videos and if I'm actually still able to see when I'm done filming this. The first story I have for you guys is not really a story, just something I vaguely remember happening, and I don't remember who it was, but I remember somebody passing out at the Anzac Day ceremony. If you don't live in Australia or New Zealand, you probably don't know what Anzac Day is. ANZAC stands for Australian New Zealand Army Corps, and basically it's just a day where we appreciate all the soldiers who, you know, have... Ow! Anzac Day is just a day, where we take some time to appreciate all the people who've fought in various wars, who are a part of the Australian and New Zealand Army Corps. So that's a thing. We have a ceremony where basically we stand up for a period of time. It's a lot more than that, but the reason this person passed out is because we were standing up for too long and just not doing anything. So yeah, that was a fun time. You guys probably are aware, unless you don't have sports day at your school. I don't know how that works in America, but in Australia, we have sports days and we are in teams, and we do a bunch of shit and get points and someone wins. I'm sorry, I'm tired and I've had a lot of caffeine, and that's really not a good mix for me, but it's fine. My sports team, I was in the red team. We were called Rosewall, and in my entire 7 years of primary school, we did not win once. I think 5 out of the 7 years, or 4 out of the 7 years, something like that, the yellow team won. And the other 3, it was either blue or green, but never red. We didn't win. And then the year after I left primary school, the red team won. I'm so disappointed in that. Oh, Wakakiri. This is one of the stories that one of my friends reminded me of. My school used to do this yearly thing called Wakakiri, where a bunch of people, not everyone, it wasn't the whole school, but we would have a group of students who would get together. It was kind of like an extracurricular drama class, and we'd put together, well, I mean, obviously the teachers would put it together. We were children at that point, that was not going to work. We'd put together like a little performance, and then at the end, like in term 3 or something, I don't remember when it was, but at some point we would then go and perform it, and a bunch of other schools would also have little performances to do, and it was like a competition. I only participated in it once, I believe, 1 year, and she's like wrapped herself up in my curtain. You gremlin! Ugh. Okay. In this performance, the 1 year that I did Waikikiri, I was in a group of people who were doing a dance piece. And we had these little red and white polka dot skirts, I believe, and then a black t-shirt. I was fine with my costume. I had it all prepared. I was supposed to bring it with me to the theatre where we were going to be performing, and I got there and realised I didn't have my black t-shirt. And of course, me being me with the heightened amount of anxiety that I have constantly, I panicked and I cried for a solid hour until I ended up having to borrow some guy's black t-shirt and turn it inside out because it had something on it. I don't remember what, but yeah, that was a fun time. What? You're the one who was eating my hand. I'm trying to scratch my nose. As you can probably tell, I've gotten very good at imitating cats. Okay, now that you've made me drop my book, I have to pick it up again. Hopefully I haven't lost my page. Oh, f***. Okay. This video is filled with chaotic energy. Anyway, year 7 camp. We went to a place. And it was an aquatics camp, so we basically just did a bunch of stuff involving water. There was a rule in the dorms, or dormitory, I don't know how to pronounce it, whatever, the dorms, which is where we slept, if you don't know that. We weren't supposed to take food in there, or drinks other than water. But of course, us being 13-year-old children, we were like, well, f*** that rule. And I brought along with me a little jar filled with like these hard-boiled sweets, is that what they're called? Something like that, little hard candies. And so at night, we were there for 2 nights, I believe. And so both nights, I was on one top bunk, I had a friend who was across there on the other top bunk, and then our other 2 friends were on the bottom bunks. And so we would just spend the night tossing this jar of lollies across to each other, because we were rebels like that. We had the greatest time with it. Okay, this is gonna be my last story. It's kind of sad compared to the rest of them. I know it makes me sad. This is like kind of the reason I originally started burying my emotions and not telling anyone about them. You'll understand why in a minute. So this happened in around year 5 or year 6, I don't know, something like that. But I was having a really bad day, just generally. I had this friend who was kind of toxic, but not gonna name any names because I don't want to call anyone out, but she was kind of toxic. And I had made her a birthday card because I was trying to be a good friend. I was like, hey, I made you a birthday card, and I gave it to her. And then later that day, I had someone else come up to me and tell me that she had torn up the birthday card and thrown it away. I never got a reason why. Me being me, I just assumed that I'd done something wrong. So I was obviously very upset by this, and I'd gone and found myself a nice little place to cry, and I just did not feel like talking to anyone at that point. I was like, no, I want to be alone for a while, maybe I'll talk to someone when I'm feeling better. Turns out this place that I'd found where I thought I could be alone and cry wasn't too alone. A couple of the popular girls came and found me. I was not a popular child. I was the awkward, quiet kid who didn't really talk to anyone but about 2 friends. No, I had more than 2 friends. I had a small group of maybe 4 friends. But point is, it was not my friends who came and found me. And at first they were like trying to be nice about it. They were like, hey, do you want to talk about it? Or like, what happened? And they were trying to be kind of friendly. And I was just kind of like, no, I just want to be alone. Can you leave me alone just for now? Thanks. And they didn't leave me alone. And eventually it progressed from asking me if I was okay to, you just want attention, stop being such an attention seeker or something, because I was crying. The thing is, I told them to leave me. I think I've told this story on YouTube before. I had told them to leave me alone, that I wanted to be alone. Just don't talk to me right now because I'm having a bad day. After a while of them telling me that I was just seeking attention and that I was being stupid and childish and I should grow up, I stood up and I looked them in the face and I said, I quote, I remember specifically, I quote, I said, "I told you to leave me alone. Does it sound like I want your fucking attention?" And then I ran to the bathroom and hid in there for the rest of lunch. I've realized that the reason I now bury my emotions and don't talk to anyone about them, and when I cry I do it alone in my room so that no one knows that I'm crying, is because I constantly think if I reach out to anyone to talk about my problems, I immediately think that I'm just looking for attention. Yeah, that's gonna be my last story for today. Let me know if you want to hear more, because there are more that I can tell you, but I've already been filming for 28 minutes and I don't want to make this video too long, so that's where we're gonna stop for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe down there if you haven't already. That would be very much appreciated. Let me know in the comments what type of videos you want to see in the future, because as I have said many times previously, I run out of ideas very frequently. I upload videos sometimes on Sundays, and if you want to see more of me when I'm not uploading, then you can follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, and TikTok. They will all be linked in the description for you if you want to go check them out. This week's quote of the week is...
How you feeling?
Pretty shitty, to be honest.
Where would you say you are on a scale from 1 to ending all life on this planet?
Really?
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're all having a Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Please continue to be amazing people, make the world a better place, and never let anyone dull your sparkle. I will see you guys next time with another video. Goodbye.